Good morning, students. In our previous module, we studied about light, sources of light, luminous, non-luminous objects, and transparent, translucent, and opaque materials. In this module, we will study about the rectilinear propagation of light and formation of shadow. Dear students, if we shine a torch on a dark night, we see that the beam of light produced by torch travels straight into darkness. This observation shows that light travels in straight lines. Similarly, the beams of searchlights at the airports or from lighthouses in the sea show that light travels in straight lines. And the beam of light coming from the projection room of a cinema hall and falling on the screen also shows that light travels in straight lines. If we place an object in the path of light, a shadow is formed behind the object. The formation of shadow by a source of light also suggests that the light travels in straight lines. The property of light traveling in straight lines is called rectilinear propagation of light. We will now discuss a simple activity to show that light travels in straight lines. For this, we will fix a lighted candle on a table. Then we will take a rubber tube, stretch it straight and look through it at the flame of the candle with one eye. We will find that when the rubber tube is straight, we can see the light of candle flame through it. Now, bend the rubber tube a little and look through it at the candle flame again. We cannot see the light of candle flame through a bent rubber tube. This means the light of candle flame can travel through the hole of straight rubber tube but not through the bent rubber tube. From this observation, we conclude that light travels in a straight line. We will now discuss what are shadows, how they are formed, and what are their characteristics. Dear students, when an object is placed in front of a source of light, it produces a shade, a dark area behind it. The shade cast by an object is called its shadow. Shadows are formed when light is stopped by an object. An opaque object stops the light completely. So, an opaque object casts a dark shadow behind it. A translucent object stops the light partially. So, a translucent object casts a weak shadow, less dark. A transparent object does not stop any light from passing through it. So, a transparent object does not cast any shadow behind it. An object forms shadow on the opposite side to the source of light. So, we require three things to observe a shadow always: a source of light, an opaque object to obstruct the path of light, and a screen on which the shadow can be seen. Shadows are formed because light rays travel in straight lines and they cannot bend round the corners of the objects. The shape of the shadow is also the same as the shape of the object because light travels in a straight line path. The shadow of the light has some characteristics. Number one, the color of the shadow is always dark, that is black or grey, irrespective of the color of the object. Second, a shadow shows only the outline and the shape of the object and not its details. Third, the size of the shadow depends on the distance between the light source and the object and the distance between the object and the screen. A shadow cannot be obtained without a screen. Eclipses. You might have heard about the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. How they are formed. Actually, the sun is a giant source of light. The earth and the moon are opaque and non-luminous heavenly bodies. When the sunlight is blocked by these heavenly bodies, shadows are formed. A solar eclipse occurs when the sun, the moon, and the earth come in a straight line in such a way that the shadow of the moon falls on a part of the earth. From that region, the sun cannot be seen completely as it gets eclipsed, or you can say hidden. On the other hand side, a lunar eclipse occurs when the sun, the earth and the moon come in a straight line in such a way that the shadow of the earth falls on the moon. In this case, the moon gets eclipsed or hidden. It was all about shadow formation. In our next module, we will study about reflection of light, types of reflection and periscope. Thank you.